Okay, my Niger people, I'm back. Welcome back to Niger Boys TV. Sorry, I've been away for a long time because I was actually I was on holiday and I've been away for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So I'm back today to get back into this course and carry on from where I stopped. Okay, today I'll be talking about the word integrity and how it relates to our president Muhammadu Buhari, and because actually somebody sold that word to us, integrity. Somebody presented Buhari as a man of integrity to us, and we all believed it because as at that time, Jonathan was not really performing well. So we felt Buhari was the man that would come there and then become the chain broker that will free Nigeria from all this poverty, killings, and the rest of it.
Right here in 2015, then President-elect Muhammadu Buhari took his oath. He was widely supported by Nigerians who criticized his predecessor for failing to tackle corruption, insecurity, and economic decline. 4 years on, many Nigerians say those problems haven't changed and that he lost a lot of goodwill that propelled him to victory. The president's supporters blame decades of corruption and mismanagement for the country's...
Right? But today, let's go straight and find out what's the meaning of integrity and then how it relates to Muhammadu Buhari. So I'll be going straight into the dictionary to the word integrity, as it says, the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. That's what it means. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. Now, what are these moral principles? Let's see what these moral principles are. Let's have a look and see what they are, because they are being categorized here. Now, let's go into it. The first one says honesty. The second one says uprightness. The third one says probity. And then the fourth one says rectitude. And also you have the word honor attached to it. And then it goes further to say sincerity, truthfulness, and trustworthiness. These are all the words that are attached to the word integrity. Now let's come down to President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, in the history of Nigeria as a whole, how many generals have risen from the point of being a recruit into becoming a general in the army, and what they possessed was a WASC certificate? Okay, a WASC certificate. How many was we had for all the military rulers we've had in Nigeria? We've had Obasanjo, we've had Buhari, we've had General Sani Abacha, we've had Babangida, we've had not Shoneko. Shoneko is civilian. The one with the white beards. What's his name again? Abdul Salam Abubakar. Yeah. We've had General Gowon. Yeah, we've had Gowon. You know what I mean? We had Aguiyi Rosensi. We had a whole host of them. A lot of them. Right. For all these ones that have been military men. Okay, military men that ruled Nigeria. How many of them rose from having just a WASC certificate into becoming a general in the army? Okay, building up a foundation for themselves. So with President Muhammadu Buhari as a major general, who later became a president, and then a military president, and then civilian president, right? We are still struggling. We are still struggling to ascertain his certificate, something that built these foundations for him. We cannot see them. Now, we've been having stories here, stories there, in court here, in court there, about this certificate. Why can't a man of integrity, under the word honesty, present to us a certificate that we can all believe and say, yes, this is certified by WAEC. This actually belongs to President Muhammadu Buhari.
Are we not jumping to conclusions to come to that conclusion?
No. Which is the conclusion? That he saw an affidavit to the effect that he had his West African School certificate.
What if
and other credentials with the military?
When he goes on to address the nation on this particular matter,
yes,
and he tells us,
yes,
that, well, he's just received some documents from the military.
Yes.
What would you say on
No,
that?
the same military that came up to deny that they ever had any of his credentials, apart from the recommendation from his principal, will come forward again to say, okay, we now have some of his credentials. And in any case, I just cited the provisions of Section 31, subsection 2, that any candidate who is interested in the presidency of this nation must fill the form CF001, including, attaching. We know the meaning of attach.
It wasn't a fantastic job the military did.
No, can you see my point?
That's the point I want you to see.
I want to put an accent.
If I'm coming,
Yes.
Mr. Akiri, because if he's saying that these are the grades, he should have gone further.
Yes.
Because if I'm working with you,
Yes.
and I submitted copies of my credentials,
Yes.
it behoves of your establishment or your company or firm to go verify and see if what I've given to you all these years or months is genuine.
Yes.
And the military can't even tell the nation if those grades were verified by the institution.
What grades were they talking about?
He gave the grades, not me.
From where? From which document? From
The
West
military,
African School
the military
Certificate?
gave those grades.
No.
Not from primary school.
Can you see that? They gave the grades from what document? Where did they dictate the grades from? From what document? Is it from the recommendation of the principal or from the West African School Certificate?
We should listen to it.
So that's under honesty. Okay? Now let's go to moral principles. If you're moral, if you're a person of a kind heart, right? You will never sit back and watch people get killed. You will not fold your hands and see fellow Nigerians getting killed in the hands of Boko Haram, in the hands of headsmen, kidnappers, armed robbers, you name it. You cannot just sit still and watch all these things happen. It doesn't happen that way. Okay? It doesn't happen that way. Now, in the case of Sowore, okay, Sowore is, we all know, is a rugged person, a person of high caliber. Let's say he's a man of timber and caliber. Sowore, I respect him a lot. I respect Sowore a lot. Sowore knows that the time for revolution in Nigeria is here. He knows that it's time for revolution. But revolution should not come with violence. Okay, he's trying to get a protest for people, because what Nigeria needs right now is people to come. Somebody should come in and then lead the others. That's what Nigeria needs right now. Nigeria is long due. It's long due for a revolution. We know this. Nigeria is long due for a revolution. So, Sowore knew this. He knows that the election we had in 2019 was the most expensive election in the whole wide world, and yet is the fakest election in the whole wide world. Okay? That election gave us President Muhammadu Buhari, okay, to come and do what they call the next level. The next level, okay? Now, INEC has a form. In that form, before you apply as a president of Nigeria, you want to hold the #1 position in Nigeria, okay? You need to certify some criteria before you're qualified to do so, okay? So how come President Muhammadu Buhari, a man of integrity that has honesty with moral principles, yeah, honor in him, did not fill that particular form where he was supposed to insert his qualifications? His qualifications, his WAEC certificates, and every other certificate should have been in there. But he left it blank, believing that I am a man of integrity. People know me as a man of integrity, and that stands for me alone. People might know you as a man of integrity, but what about the rest of us? What about the rest of us? Let me tell you guys this, yeah? We have a lot of Nigerians that work in the diaspora, that left Nigeria and then they traveled out of Nigeria to work in the diaspora. Now, these countries they are working in how can they actually tell that these Nigerians they are employing are people of integrity? How? Even when you present all your documents, all your certificates, yeah, they don't class you as a person of integrity until you're able to prove it. You have to prove it by practical. Okay? First and foremost, they'll give you a form to fill out, an application form. I'm talking about the diaspora now. They'll give you an application form to fill up. In that application form, you see some questions that ask you, have you ever been bankrupt? Yes or no? If you say yes, you put the reason why you became bankrupt. Have you got any court cases that was judged against you, or any intending court cases that is ongoing? Yes or no? You say yes, you say no. Have you been sacked from a job before? Have you been sacked from a job before? You say yes or no. Have you been arrested by the police before? You bring in a police report and stuff like that. You have to fill all these applications before they now look at it and say, okay, this person can be trustworthy. Okay? You can be trustworthy, but you're not yet a person of integrity. Now, when they now employ you to start working for them, they'll have somebody like an area manager that will be supervising your work. From time to time, they'll be seeing how you're going, you know what I mean? How you're progressing in this job. If they find out you don't have problems and your things are straightforward, then they'll now begin to say, this guy is a person of integrity. That's how it is. But you cannot just bring Buhari to us and tell us he's a man of integrity. When it comes to the Shiites protesting, policemen came there and killed over 300 of them. When the IPOB were protesting, he came there and proscribed them terrorists. Huh? When the Fulani headsmen were killing scores of people in Benue and other parts of Nigeria, there was no word from the presidency. There was nothing from the presidency. And up till now, as I speak, the Fulani headsmen are still free people. The government are trying to negotiate with them. Why can't they negotiate with Showore? Why can't they negotiate with the youths that are crying? Lots of graduates today are at home. They don't have a job. They got nothing. They are suffering. They've got nothing. And people like Muhammadu Buhari with YX certificates will now become our president. Our president. Where is Nigeria going? We have people like the Soyinkas. We have the Femi Falanas. We have people like Sanusi Lamido Sanusi. We have great men in Nigeria that can speak good English, that can think clearly, and yet these guys cannot be our president. Rather, you bring in a man of integrity, Muhammadu Buhari, of which he's found wanting. In every aspect of that integrity, he is found wanting. Do you know that great presidents of the world, America, Canada, Germany, and the rest, host of them, yeah, they are presidents, yeah, both present and past. They get paid just to go to other countries to give speech. Barack Obama was making about $120,000 to make speeches in different countries. Yeah? So, my own country, Nigeria, every time I see my president trying to give a speech, I hold my heart. I get scared. I get worried. Why? Because I'm scared that one day this guy will just come and tabon, really ibon, tabon, and then we'll all be in soup. We'll all be scared. Do you know the way your president is? That's how they'll rate you guys outside Nigeria. For example, if your president says he's fighting corruption, but the outside world sees it as not being corrupt, like that's not the way to fight corruption, then the people outside Nigeria will suffer. We will suffer. Why would America repatriate or deport Nigerians that have multiple entries to go into America? Why? Because they've seen how their president is. What kind of a thing is that? Nah, it's not going to happen. So, Nigerians can fool Nigerians in Nigeria, but you cannot fool people outside Nigeria. That is the bottom truth. So Buhari has always gone, he's always gone against the people from the onset. I can tell you guys that during the time of Buhari and Idiagbon, the man that was behind that success was Idiagbon. It was Idiagbon. Buhari is not a man that takes advice from anybody. This Vice President Osibajo, yeah, you guys should not blame him. Honestly, don't blame Osibajo for not saying stuff or doing stuff. He would have loved to do something good, but he cannot. He cannot dictate anything to Buhari, because if he does, Buhari will look at him in a kind of body language that will make him know that, look, you better adjust yourself, you're nothing here. He is just an errand boy to Buhari. That's what he is, just an errand boy. He can't do nothing. He can't do nothing. For the fact that he, being a graduate, decided to be a running mate to somebody that has WAEC, says it all. If I was Osibajo, I will resign. Save your name. Save your legacy and resign. 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 Osibajo, resign. Nigerians are fed up. The only times you go visit people is when Boko Haram kills somebody or Herdsmen kill somebody. You go and say, sorry, we are sorry. Or you go to their houses to knock and say, this is 5,000 naira for whatever. That is the only thing that sorry, give me 1 minute, please. Yeah, that's the only thing that Osibajo does to bring bad news to your house, to bring bad news to your home. That is what he does. So Buhari knows. He knows right deep inside. He knows that, look, I cannot lead Nigeria anywhere. I can't lead Nigeria anywhere. So in order for him to be a honorable person, what he needs to do now is just resign. But because he has an agenda to suppress Nigerian people, that's why he's still in that position till today. That is the reason why he's still in that position today. Buhari means nothing to anybody. He's not going to do us any favors. The Nigerian youth should wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Don't depend on the government. The government has no plans for you. And yet in that same country, a man with WAEC will be my president. Not once, not twice. How is this happening to Nigerians? Where are we going to go? What is happening to Nigerians? We cannot wake up and fight for our dreams. Politicians have finished Nigerians. They have finished us. All our resources, they stole. We kept quiet. We the youths, we kept quiet. All our monies, they looted and took it abroad. We kept quiet. We didn't say anything. Now, our young girls, all our young girls, politicians will come and steal our young brides from us. Girls that are young enough to be their last daughters, they will come with the money they stole from our countries to steal our young girls away. And now the only things we have left is our freedom. Our freedom is the only thing we've got left now in that country. Our freedom. Now, the same politicians, they want to steal our freedoms from us. Woe betide them. Woe betide them.